Hi gamers, mums and dads, welcome to Cridler Gaming, and this is the Getaway on Fortnite, and we're going to show you how to win on it pretty easily because we've played it 10 times and we've won 4 already, including 3 in a row. As you know, we're bush camp specialists, and that is pretty much one way you're going to do it here with a slight twist. So while we're waiting for the guy to load, this is me doing the na-na from above. Let me just go on to gameplay, here we go. So while it's loading, we'll go through the exact way that we managed to do it. So first thing to do is to land in the middle of the map. The second thing is to land somewhere where there's a decent amount of loot and materials. So there's a nice pirate house by the 2 hills in the middle of the map, which we'll show you shortly where we land. Once you're in there, get as much gear and as many materials and loot as you can, and then find a bus. You want a bus that is away from mountains, and so it takes a bit of time to build up to. You get a choice of 3, so you can pretty much see from the map which are good ones, but find a good one then, and then just bush camp until somebody builds up. When they're building up, shoot down what they're building, and if they're not a quality builder, which you can probably get at least half of them, some builders are pretty damn good, but the ones that just build straight up, you can take them down. They drop, you grab the jewel, build up yourself, and there you go, that's a win, that's easy. So we'll show you exactly how we did it. Now, while I say this is the pirate place just by Dusty Divot here, and it's usually got a decent amount of loot in it, so not every time, and a few people come here, so that's, I suppose, one of the tricky points of this is if somebody lands here as well, you will have to take them out, which we have done a few times. That's Alex there in his default skin, and we're just collecting up as much materials as we can. I'm just going to pop it into double speed so it takes you through this little bit here. Now, we got a bit lucky on this one because when the bus came, it came really close to where we were, so we didn't have to move too much, so getting to a bush can warrant a bit of danger, but in this case it was right by us here, so we're just going to find a place to go. Now, one thing that was very interesting, which you probably do not know, is that if you're the last team standing and there's still a bus, you get the win, a getaway win. Now, we know this because we found out because there's 2 of us left. All the other team had disappeared, they got lost in a storm or whatever happened. Alex built up to the bus, I went to get the jewel from the safe, but the safe, by the time I got to them, they weren't floating down. In fact, you just could not get them. So there was just us 2 and the bus. So we walked back to the bus, we stood on top of the bus while the storm came in, and eventually we got eliminated by the storm. But when we came out, it said congratulations, it was our 3rd win, and it gave us the llama backpack that we wanted. So we've just watched on the phone, because we just missed out on one. Somebody built in Dusty Divot and fell off their build, just right by the bus, they just walked off. That left 1 person on their own, and they walked up there, and somehow they managed to fall off as well. So that 2nd person, if they just stayed there and got eliminated, they're the one, because there was still a bus left. Now, if there isn't a bus left and everyone's gone, you do not get the win, because that's happened to us as well. So how are we doing in this here? So there's about half the people left. There's people running all around my bush. Let me get to the gameplay screen. The good thing on this is you can see where the other players are, so they're all around me, but nobody's really observant on this game a lot of time. The great thing about this is that the bus is a long way from anything, so there needs to be a big build, and as I say, there are some exceptional builders in this game, and Alex is a pretty good builder too, he just goes straight up. But when you've got the jewel on you, it does weigh you down, so usually a teammate without the jewel builds a lot quicker, so it's more recommended that you work as a team in this. We have been a duo, because I've been on my phone and Alex has been on the Xbox, and we've been playing 4 people, and we still managed to win this 4 times, so it's as easy as that. So I'm just going to speed it up then, until something exciting happens. Now, as you say, oh, you don't get any eliminations, you might get a win but no eliminations, but guess what, on this one you do. As you can see from the replay screen there, we do actually get 2, both of them from people building up and us shooting them down. So because they have to go to the bus to win the match, then they're going to come this way sooner or later. Now, the dangers are when you land, first off. Oh, let's just slow this down. So that's the first person, as you can see. He built up, but I quickly shot it down, and he's wandering around there now, waiting to just run out of time. You can go down and get them, and if you are short of materials from the start, and it's pretty safe, you take someone out like that, and they get eliminated, just go and quickly grab their stuff. So that can help, because you do need decent amount of ammunition, because when people are building up with metal and it's 2 or 3 thick, you do need some decent bullets to get there. So now person I knocked has finished, and we're just going to wait now for the exciting finale. Now, as you'll see from this, you sometimes need a plan B, because we're watching this one here, and when the build guy finally comes along, he's using metal, as you can see, a little build here, we're on 4 times speed. If you look on the replay, you can see all the people underneath the bus building up, and there's 15 people left, so it's coming down nicely, and there's still 3 Getaway vehicles with 13 people left. So that gives you a chance. And you can see in the background there, someone's building straight up to that one there. So that was a good quick getaway for that person. And I think there was 2 on there, because when it disappears, it drops to 11. Now we've got 10, 9 people left, and there's going to be a build up here shortly. As you can see, they're building here. Now a bit far away. Now another team took that build out for us. There's a couple of teams watching, and people have got pretty much the same tactics as this. So we're just waiting and waiting now. Right, so here's a build. As you can see there, they've got a double build. It's a quality builder, so they've jumped up there and they've just nicked it before I took it away. It was so close to actually getting them, but there is still a bus left. Now there's only 6 people, and some were on there, so there's 4 people left now. And now there's actually only 2 people left, so it's me and somebody else. So I'm going to quickly just take this wall out here just in case. Because that's where we need to end up. So what I need to do now is wait for the other person, or grab a spare jewel. In fact, I don't think there was a spare jewel on this one, because they've all gone. So I'm just hanging on to see where the other person is. I can go into 4 times speed if needs be. Look how quick I build. 4 times speed. Right, so I'm going to wait in the bush here, and as you can see, somebody's building up there. So, oh, splat. So thank you very much. They've dropped the build, and as you can see now, there is nobody left. There's just me. There's 1 person, and there's 1 bus. Now I thought, oh, this will be easy. I'm on the phone, which is a bit hard to build, and this backpack doesn't have to weigh you down when you've got it on. So it was a bit of a struggle. Everything was going fine until Alex says, "Look at the storm, it's coming in." So then it was mad panic, because this was our first win on it. And then it was a case of, oh, best quickly go. Should I put it into 4 times speed so it looks like I'm a really good builder? We'll stick on 1 times speed. So we're building up slowly on the phone. Doesn't really matter, no one's going to shoot me down, because there isn't anyone else left in the game. This is one bit of Fortnite which you do not see very often. You're the only person on the map. Now I nearly fell off there, as you could see, and we've just seen 2 people fall off doing the same as this. But we are all on our own, and it's just us versus the storm. Now even if the storm had taken me out, it would still have counted as a win, because there is a bus left. Now if there isn't a bus left, because you do stay in the game still, then you do not win. But that's how you win on the Getaway. So grab a load of loot at the beginning, hang around until someone builds up, and if their build is pretty straightforward, drop the build, make sure they get high enough for fall damage. When they fall, either quickly grab their jewel and build up. That's what Alex did in the 3rd game. So he grabbed it there, and then we couldn't really see anyone around us, so he just did one of his quick builds on the Xbox and escaped. I was still in the bush, and then I got transported automatically to the top. The 3rd win, well that was the 3rd win. The 2nd win was when it went all glitchy on us, and we were the last 2 left, and we couldn't get a jewel, but that was a win. And then we both played on the phone, and that was even easier for wins. So we're just going to grab our 5th one now, get our new backpack, and Getaway. A nice interesting format, and 4 wins to boot, so that's not bad, and we'll get the 5th one later. So thanks so much for watching. Any questions, comment down below. It's a shame we didn't get the glitchy one, but we might try and reproduce that if we can. So if we're the last 2, then we'll definitely get the replay on. It's just that the replays don't always save all the time, so that's why we don't have it. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.
Bye.